Okay, so in this tutorial, I will show you how to do the accuracy assessment in ArcGIS Pro. Of course, as discussed in class, accuracy assessment is really critical. We'll need to show the users of our classification product that the quality of the classification is very good. So then what indicators will be used to show their quality, right? So overall accuracy and some others, right? So the higher the value percentage, the value, the better the classification results. Right? So we will need to use the geoprocessing pane to do the accuracy assessment. Click on analysis tools, right? Tools and create accuracy assessment points. Right? The input should be the raster output for the results of majority filtering, and the name. Zoo LCLU underscore 2023 underscore read dot underscore M 50 points. Okay, let's add one there. What's the problem? Okay, yeah, okay. For a real project, we want to have the points like at least 30 to 50 points for one class. So if we have 4 classes, then we should have at least 100 to 200 points. But for this class, yes, just make sure we can finish it. We just need to have 50 points. That's for 1. And for 2, you see, I have only 3 classes here, and you will need to have 4 classes, right? Instead of vegetation, you will need to have a class of forest and herbaceous, right? And how to determine the location of the points? Stratified random. So the location points will be randomly determined for each class. And what about the number of points for each class? Stratified. So the number of points be determined by percentage of that class in the study area. The bigger the area, the more points. Like for vegetation class, definitely it will have more points than other 2 classes. Right, and click on run. Right. It's being selected. It's being selected. Right, it's being selected. Oh, okay. So the name should be suref. Okay. So anyway, no problem. Suref, no problem. And then we see all these points there, right? We see all these points there. Right click on the file in contents and click on attribute table. Right, the points. So now all these points, we now it's classified class, right? What's the results? What are the classes in this layer? And the next time we want to identify the ground truth, right? Which is now marked as -1, and we want to change it. And we want to make sure the map is a little bigger so that we can see it, right? And identify its true class. So in this case, we'll identify true class based on images. Of course, there are other ways to identify some ground truth data and the field work. Right, go there and determine land use or land class, or refer to a previous land use land cover map, and we assume the information content in that map is 100% accurate. And we may use a mix of different methods to determine the classes. And in that case, we'll need to add our Landsat image, right? Right, Landsat images. And again, for standard false color composite. Standard focus composite. Now we don't want to see this layer, right? Because we want to identify its class in nice images, or if we have problems, challenges, we can refer to the world imagery layer, right? Double click it to see the point. So that's water, right? So we don't have to see this number. We just say, okay, if it's water, it's 0. So make sure we remember the values, numbers for corresponding class, right? For corresponding class. For this class is water, 0, developer is 1, vegetation is 2, right? Double click here. Yeah, it's 0. The classification result is good. How about the 3? This point. That's highlighted in cyan. That's 0 too. 4. Forest. Right? So that's 2. Classification is correct. Make sure we stick to our interpretation result. Avoid to see the numbers here. Okay? So that our results of image interpretation is reliable. Okay, so that's built up, no doubt, right? So that's 1. 6. So that's forest. That's 1. Should be forest. Yeah, that's 1. So if not sure, zoom in, zoom out, and then uncheck it. Oh, you see here, it's mixed. It's mixed. It's mixed, but still, because there are trees around forest, right? We can still we still want to classify it uh, as forest, or vegetation. Oh, okay. I did something wrong. Should be vegetation. Vegetation. Vegetation, no problem, right? Vegetation. Built up, right? Yes. Built up. Vegetation. So we just need to do it one by one. And this may take some time, but that's a necessary step. You see here, this is tricky, right? This is in the edge between neighborhood, and there may be a strip of forest there. Right? So there are trees around, right? So, but still, it should be built up, right? It should be built up. Okay. Yeah, built up. Right? And 12 water 0. Yeah, it takes some time, but well, it will not take too much time. It's 2. 14. Yes, I think it's grass, right? It's vegetation. Right? Looks like it's mixed. It's mixed. I know. I see. It's mixed vegetation, right? Um, that's water. Dark is water. And 16, water. 17, water. 18, no doubt, vegetation. 19, vegetation. 20, water. Vegetation. Just keep doing it. And vegetation. 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 Right, so this is more like, yeah, okay. It's close to the edge. Right, close to the edge. Yeah, it's forest. Vegetation, okay. Vegetation. Vegetation. Okay. Yeah, when you zoom in, zoom out, vegetation. Okay. Right. This is no doubt vegetation. 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 31, vegetation. 32. Yeah. It's at the edge, right? I just classify as vegetation. Vegetation. That's built up. Vegetation. Vegetation. Yeah, because it will take you a little bit more time because I just have 3 classes. This is more it may be a little bit easier for me to finish the list of reference points. Right, this is vegetation. 39. Vegetation, no doubt. 40. Vegetation. Water, yes, shallow water. So if I'm not very sure, we always want to zoom in, zoom out, and perhaps refer to the high res. Okay, so that's developed. One. Uh, this is tricky now, right? Again, yeah. Okay, so just vegetation. There's some vegetation, herbaceous. Vegetation, vegetation. Uh, yeah. Okay, developed. Vegetation, water, veg. Yeah, veg. This is tricky now, right? At edge. Uh, yeah, so it's not dominated by blue, right? We can use one there. Yeah, water, vegetation, vegetation. Oh, this is edge again, right? Edge again. So that should be uh 2, right? It should be 2. Should be 2, and the map. So make sure we save the project from time to time. Okay. So now that we have uh, edit tab and save, make sure edit tab, make sure we save, yeah, save edits, and next we will need to use a different function, right? Different function, compute, confusion, matrix, input points, M1, output confusion, Matrix Su confusion. We'll create a table and save it in the NAV4 database file. Right, and then click on run. Right click it and okay, open. So that's what we want. Well, so the right, so the car. Okay, okay, and it has everything for us. Right, overall accuracy is high, 90.9%. And kappa coefficient is 0.83. Well, very good. Of course, the reason why it's good is because, of course, we have only 3 classes. Right? The more classes, in many cases, the more challenging. The more time we spend on interpret features, the more time we'll spend on post-processing the classes, and the more time we'll be spending on the reference points, right? Reference points. Okay, so make sure you export this table to Excel file, and then you can change the heading of the column and then copy paste your table to your Word document. That will be very straightforward, right? Provide the information for your classification. Okay, so that's the tutorial for accuracy assessment.